In my previous video, I discussed the Freemasons, who, as I've said, I believe are the lackeys or the front of the Illuminati. In this video, we're actually going to talk more about the Illuminati. So let's see where it gets us. Hello, everybody. Xyco back. I'm your bad influencer. I'm telling you things you don't want to know and showing you things you don't want to see. And today we're going to talk about, uh, the Illuminati, or at least more specifically, uh, the this uh, group of people that a lot of us out there, they believe that there's a shadow government, right, ruling the governments that we know, or most or all governments of the world, the supposedly the new world order. So they're trying to get to secretly rule the world. So these guys that are now in power are basically work for them. So yeah, some do call it the Illuminati. The And Illuminati, it means it's a Latin word. It means the enlightened ones. Others choose not to name them, or they don't know exactly what denomination they use for themselves. So yeah. Anyway, the Freemasons, like I said in my previous video, they used to be a secret society, but now they are going more and more public. And a lot of people, they believe that they're they are not good people, and I am one of them. And possibly that they are working under the Illuminati. Um, well, supposedly they want to unify the world under the one government with one religion, and this is where the, the dangerous part starts. It should be their religion. And like I said in my previous video, I believe they worship a fallen angel, possibly already turned demon. So I think that's not a good religion to have, a good entity to worship. So yeah, that's why I'm talking about them right now, and that's why I'm basically hopefully telling you guys more about it. So hopefully you will also learn about them, so you know what to be careful of. So we all heard of Project Bluebeam. It is believed that this shadow government will use technology to convince us that their religion is the real one, the true one. Um, I will leave, as always, I will leave the details for you to research on your own, because I'd like you guys to think for yourself. And um, I do have a little bit more intimate knowledge, but I don't want to, again, I don't want to give away too much, because I am still researching, so it may impede in that research. But over time, and I've said this before, I'm going to open up more and to share more of what I know. Anyway, so do your own research. There are many sources out there. Uh, Now, uh, going back back on track. So let me go back a little bit more. So regarding this new religion that they're trying to convince us into converting into, because I think this is important. I think this is dangerous for all of us, because you guys know I've done videos about Christianity and Judaism and Islam, and those are all, I believe, legitimate religions who worship the one God. Uh, but these guys, I don't think so. So this is what I believe will happen. Well, not in the near future, as in this year or next year, but eventually, maybe within a reasonable number of years, because I do think it may end up happening in our lifetime. So, as you may or may not know, the Hebrews, the Jews, they do not believe that Jesus, son of Mary and Joseph, was the Messiah, the Savior, because according to Jewish teachings, the Temple of Solomon has to be rebuilt first, and there should be world peace, and this has not yet been achieved. Um, that's why they don't believe that Jesus is the Messiah. But I said this in one of my previous videos. It would be, I think they would be unpleasantly surprised, very well shocked, when they find out that Jesus may, after all, be the Messiah, because Jesus is due for a second coming, and maybe before his second coming, this Temple of Solomon will be built and world peace will be achieved. We don't know, but that's my thinking of it. I think this will happen, and then the uh, the Jews, they believe that um, the true Mashiach, the true savior of the Jewish faith, of the Jewish people, will come after this is achieved. And if you think about it for a moment, uh, the Temple of Solomon, to build that, that's not the hard part. I mean, they can do that themselves, so that's not a big deal. I don't know why they haven't done it yet, to be honest. But my fear is that through this project Bluebeam, which is holographic technology, that they're able to project something in the sky, in the air, to make us all believe, or even to there are speculations that they may even eventually be able to project things into our minds. That's why they're trying to work more and more with microchip implants to possibly take over our brains. And I know I'm going into crazy conspiracy theories right now, but again, we cannot say this is true, this is not true. Let's wait for it to happen, because crazier things have happened, and the truth is always stranger than fiction. So let's assume this is all real, right? So what if these Illuminati, this new world order, they're showing us this whatever hologram, or in our minds they're showing us this true God, the Savior, comes, and it is likely that the Jews will believe that this is the real guy. This is the one that they've been waiting for. So possibly they will actually give in and well, not necessarily like directly worship this guy, but follow his teachings. The Christians um, may probably end up believing in it as well, because of course he will have a lot of knowledge of past events, and of course he will claim to be reincarnation of Jesus, and the Christians are happy to see that. So they will be thinking that he's actually God, because Christians believe that Jesus is God. So this entity will bring a lot of knowledge, supposedly. So obviously, if what I've learned and what many of us already know about the Illuminati, to have secret knowledge, if this new supposed deity comes in and presents us with this knowledge, and presents us with these miraculous things that at least, well, it may or may not be actual miracles, but it could very well be, like I said, holographic technology, or who knows. So the Jews and the Christians may very well give into this, and start believing. So they will basically change what their actual faith, actual religion, into this guy, because, well, there is the Savior, there he is. So the Hindus, they have always believed that God has multiple avatars, or incarnations, or basically images that he can show himself into. So with the power and the knowledge that this newcomer will have, they may end up believing it as well. So you have the Jews already in my theory, right? The Jews already gave in, the Christians already gave in, the Hindus already gave in. Um, the Sikhs, they may possibly, at least I'm hoping, that they will not believe in this newcomer because Sikh teaching says that there are only 10 human gurus, and then the last one is because the Sikh holy book is considered the final prophet, and the Sikhs consider that all the knowledge that we need to have regarding the Lord, regarding the preparing for the afterlife, is contained in the Guru Granth Sahib. So the Sikhs may probably not end up believing in it because the Sikhs don't believe in a newcomer. Um, but they may end up accepting him as not necessarily their prophet, but as a prophet, because of course he will supposedly come to with good deeds and good miracles and possibly create this world peace through the one world government. So everything will be under control of this one world government. So if people become docile and if we all give into this, maybe peer pressure, and the Sikhs may end up giving in as well. Uh, now, here's the tricky part. A lot of people hate Islam and they are very much against it, and they're very like all Muslims are bad and this, and we hate Islam and we don't want Islam. But we have to be very cautious doing this. I am also against bad people, and may they be Christian or Jew or Sikh or Hindu or Muslim, it doesn't matter. Bad people are bad people. But realistically, Islamic scriptures, they warn that the first presence, the first person or entity that claims to be the savior, it will be the false one. Uh, basically, the Christians call him the Antichrist, and you know, we've always been using this Antichrist as anti, as in against or opposite Christ, but ante can also mean before. So is it possible that we're misunderstanding the whole concept of Antichrist and that he will come before the true Christ, the true Savior? Anyway, so the Muslims, they believe that the second one to appear the, the will be the real Jesus, the one crucified and who rose into heaven and who will have his second coming as it is predicted. Most likely the Muslims will not give into this. So I'm not saying we should convert into Islam. What I am saying is that we should not argue over who's right and who's wrong religiously. I think we should, all of us, if we believe, if we truly believe in God, we should know, we should have knowledge of all religions, as I'm trying to do. Because I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. I think every religion, if you take all the knowledge from every religion, I think you will find that if you put it together, you reach a much more um, advanced point of view, and you will realize that what we know, what we are told, makes very little sense, even in our religions. So put it together and find the actual truth. Um, so a lot of people, again, like I said, they dislike the Muslims. But if what I'm saying is true, and I think it could very well, it's a possibility. Uh, they may be the only people who would actually rebel against this false prophet, while all the other religions will just give in and say, yeah, it must be. So the first one, we have to be careful about this. The first one, if ever we see this miraculous person, this savior of the world who come and brings all of us together and does good things, we need to be careful. That's not going to be the one. That's not going to be the true savior. That's not going to be Jesus. The second one, that would be Jesus. That would be the true Christ. He will come, And well, I just hope it will not be too late, and most of us will not be brainwashed into denying the real Jesus, as people have done in the past, uh, as the true Savior. So for this reason, again, like I said, I study all religions because I believe we need to understand each other in order to work together against this Antichrist, against this imposter. So realistically, rather than fighting each other over stupid things, over small details, I think we need to work together because in smaller groups we may uh, we may end up giving in, and we may end up losing our souls. So we have to be very careful with this. Um, Again, pure speculation. At this point, I'm not offering too much on proof, but it's just purely what I gathered from the internet, from people, from all books, from the religious scriptures, from everywhere. Um, I think it's a possibility. I think it may very well happen. So we have to be careful. Don't give in to the first guy. Wait for the second guy. That's the real Jesus. So again, as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're always going to be thinking for yourself. I hope I'm making some sense here. I hope you're learning something if you did not know about this. But I think it's a good enough reason for everybody to start thinking for themselves and start uh, see if it makes sense. See if what I'm saying makes any sense, or if it is at all, forget probable, even if it is possible, then we have to be prepared for this. So again, thank you. I'll ask you again, as I always do. Please, please, please donate. I really need it. I really want to make better videos. I really want to show you um, much more professional looking stuff. I wanna open up to things I know, but I need backing for this because, of course, now I look like a crazy guy. So if I don't have enough funding to basically sustain myself, I may end up losing my job because crazy, and I wanna be self-sustaining so I can do independent research. So I can actually be able to open up more about these things. So as always, if you cannot donate, which I would absolutely understand, the money is scarce these days. Please, please, at least like, subscribe, share, because hopefully through the algorithm I don't have to ask for donations. They will pay me enough so I can actually post more. I can actually um, bring out more truth. I think to the world so we can finally beat the bad guy and all be saved. So again, thank you. I love each and every one of you. I really do care about you guys. I care about everybody. That's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to save the world in my own little way. So for now, I'm done. Thank you. I'll see everybody on the next one. May peace be upon you all.